Hey there, I've got a 2001 Chevy Silverado, a little over 300,000 miles on it. I've noticed when pulling a trailer, whenever I use the tow haul on switch, that nothing happens when I push the button. I push the button and it raises the RPMs that you shift gears in, so it's better for towing. And usually there's a light that comes on the dash indicating that tow haul is enabled. I've done a few Google searches and found that there's usually a wire inside the steering column up underneath here that breaks, and so we're gonna go ahead and investigate that. So we'll pull off the dash first, pull off the lower cover, and see what's going on. For the dash, I've got a plastic paint scraper as a pry bar to pop this off all along the edge. And then I believe we need either Phillips head or Torx. I'm not sure which. I haven't looked under there yet, but I'll update in just a moment and let you know what we need to take the lower housing off. And we'll go from there. Now, because some of the dash is covered by the gear shifter, I believe we need to put it in the lower gear for part of it. So like first gear, I've got the brake on. So I'm gonna carefully put this between the dash and the bezel and pry out. To open the door, I don't know. There we go. It's coming away. Yeah. Alright, so let's count that as a win so far with the plastic paint scraper to pop out the bezel. We've got the steering wheel tilted down as far as it will go, and we might have to there we go. Alright, so now we have the bezel off. And our flashers are on. So let's go ahead and lower that again. Well, I'm going to raise it and look under there and see what screwdriver I need, whether it be Phillips or Torx. Just a moment and I'll see if I can figure out how that comes off. Alright, the tilt lever just pulls straight out. See that? You didn't see that, did you? So the tilt lever just pulls straight out. So I'll set that up here. So if I need to tilt it again, I'll have to put it back on. With the tilt lever gone, I'm able to pull this, for the most part, off. There we go. Look at that. Bottom came off with the tilt lever out of the way. Alright. Oh, look at this. We've got broken wires. And we've got broken wires from the... I've got the engine running. I think I might be able to reconnect and put an extension and and solder those right here so that we have a longer wire. Let's see where it plugs in. It's across over to here and into the wiring harness. So yeah, that's what we'll do. I'm gonna get an extended wire. I'll strip these back, and what this is a momentary switch. It taps to enable it and then taps to disable it. It sends a message to the computer. Computer changes the RPMs the engine switches gears at, or the transmission switches gears at, for towing purposes. So I'm going to go ahead and shut off the engine. I'm going to get set up to solder those. Probably only need 2 inches, if that, but I'm gonna either way it needs some more length to it, because with that was a tight fit apparently. Oh look, I touched it and the tow haul button comes on. It probably, yep, and then goes off. So it is the wiring, it's not the switch itself. Good. Alright, let me set up to solder. We've got a lot of looks like graphite or lithium grease or something on everything under here for the lever, so let's get that taken care of. And what that does is makes my repair cost go down from I think it's an $86 shift lever. It comes with the button and a new wire, and it takes my repair cost down to almost nothing. If you count that I get the wire probably as scrap in one of my boxes, and solder and soldering gun that I've already got, so not a big deal. Alright, I'm going to shut this off, get set up, get those soldered, and get it all buttoned back up. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Probably can't because my head's going to be in the way. But basically I'm splitting the line here with a razor blade. There's a thicker, heavier outer coating, outer insulator. Inside are 2 conductors, as far as I can see. So I'm just exposing those wires. On so I can see what I'm doing. Heat up that conductor. Add a little flux core solder. Alright, both conductors have been tinned. Alright, this is single conductor wire. I may have wind up redoing this a year or so down the road, who knows. If so, it's not a big deal because this really wasn't hard to do. I'll edit this section out. What I'm doing is I'm taking the insulating cover off the ends of my links that are going to be extending my wire from the switch. Solder job's just that quick. You got a hot iron. 1 over each soldered joint, like that. sure we're covering what we need to. Okay. And then I'm going to see if those will both fit within one more piece of shrink tube. Alright, my orange wire's been soldered. Now to do the other wire. Not real confident in its connection yet. Alright, I'm not sure where that cut off yet. I'll edit the video later, but basically what I've done is opened up the steering column. I've replaced the wires here. I've repaired them where they are had snapped. What I did was I also put heat shrink tubing over each soldered connection and then over the bundle of soldered connections. Sorry, let me hold that up where you can see. And so I'm going to start the engine and we'll see what goes on with our tow button. Alright, you're seeing this when I do. We start the engine. And then let's go right up here. I'm going to show you that I'm hitting the button. Hey! Right here, see? Tow haul. Let's hit it again. And it turns off. Alright, I think we're ready to tow a trailer of bees across Texas. Thanks for watching, guys. I will say that I have seen some people completely reroute that wire so that they have a switch over here on their dash. Right here. And then have instead of, below their cargo lamp, they'll have another switch for tow haul. Right here. And that's okay too. That's fine. But as far as I'm concerned, I saved $90 in shipping by just soldering on a length of wire, and now I can push the button and get my tow and haul. I'm about to drive and make sure that it does what it's supposed to do.